everyone! Let's sketch a coffee shop. Let me show you how I actually start, because I think a lot of beginners skip this part and then wonder why the proportions don't look right. I use a LIGHTPad. I place a reference image underneath the paper, turn on the light and trace the basic structure with an HB graphite pencil very lightly. This is not cheating, this is how you learn to see. Professional artists use reference all the time, every single one of them. The LightPad just makes it visible and a little less frustrating. I am all for less frustrating. The HB pencil is perfect for this stage. Not too hard, which would leave grooves in the paper, not too soft, which would smudge everywhere. HB is right in the middle, cooperative, reasonable, the golden retriever of pencil grades. I'm keeping the lines light because everything I draw now is going to be covered by color later. The pencil is just the skeleton. The painting is the skin. And now the watercolor. First layer of color. And here is the order that matters. Light colors before dark. Background before foreground. Large areas before small details. I'm starting here with the walls. So that's the dry paper. Okay, dry paper for edges and harder lines. That's what I'm doing. Don't rush this part. Let each section dry before touching the next one. I know, patience is hard, but muddy watercolor is harder. Okay, and now the background, wet on wet for the soft blended areas. You let the color spread on its own. And now, once the watercolor is completely dry, and I mean completely, not probably dry, the ink comes in. This is a big shift to the painting. Ink over watercolor gives you definition. The soft atmospheric background suddenly has a structure. Edges that were blurry become clear. Details that were just suggested become actual things. I'm using a fine liner here, going over the pencil lines, adding the window frames, the door, the little details of this image. The pencil lines underneath guide me, but the ink is the real line, the permanent one. Commit to each stroke. Don't sketch with the pen. Draw with it. One confident line is always better than 5 uncertain ones. And now the watercolor brush pens. These are great for adding color in specific areas with more control than traditional watercolor. Right now I'm using them for the midtones. The key difference between watercolor brush pens and regular watercolor: brush pens give you more precision. You know exactly where the color is going, which is sometimes exactly what you need, especially after the beautiful curls of the watercolor wash underneath. And last, acrylic brush pens. This is the tool that changed how I think about mixed media. Acrylic is opaque. It covers what's underneath, which means for the first time in this whole painting, I can put light on top of dark. Those highlights on the window glass, the bright edge of the awning, the little plants by the door catching the afternoon light, that's acrylic. Nothing else does that. Watercolor can't go back to light. Ink can't go back to light. Acrylic can. It's always the last layer, always, because it doesn't need anything under it. It just needs the painting to be ready for its final details, and now it is. So that's the full sequence. Lightpad and HB pencil to see correctly, watercolor for atmosphere and light, ink for structure and definition, watercolor brush pens for controlled midtones, acrylic brush pens for the final light, 5 tools, 1 coffee shop, 1 painting that looked nothing like this when it started, and that's completely fine. I didn't know how to use all 5 of these at the same time 6 months ago. Honestly, I'm still learning how. But what I have figured out in this, you don't learn these things by reading about them. You learn them by sitting down, making something, seeing what works, and trying again next time. That's what I am doing. And if you want to do it too, subscribe, come back next time, and bring your sketchbook. We are figuring this out together, and that's the part I like best. Thank you so much.